It's Friday, August 12th, 2022, and welcome to episode 15 of the Alameda Postcast, an audio service of the Alameda Post. I'm your host, Scott Piehler. In this edition of the Postcast, school starts Monday and Encinal High School needs your help. Why the Bay and Estuary have been brown lately, the back and forth over the Maritime Service Officers Training School finally comes to an end, and the Alameda Animal Shelter gets some truly golden help. These stories and more on this episode of the Alameda Postcast. The 2022-2023 school year begins Monday, and the Encinal Jets find themselves in need of a mentor. The tennis season actually began last Monday, and the Encinal women's team has no coach. The previous coach resigned at the beginning of the month, and so far no one has been found to fill the position. Writing in the opinion and editorial section of AlamedaPost.com, Athletic Director Kevin Gorham notes that the position includes a stipend, with the season running until November 5th. Practices are after school for approximately an hour and a half to 2 hours, and the position also includes game management and travel. If a new coach is not found by this Monday, the 12 members of the team will have their season canceled. If you or someone you know could fill this position, please email Gorham, that's Gorham, at AlamedaUnited.org, or call the school during business hours at 510-748-4023. If you've been anywhere near the Bay or the Estuary lately, you've encountered a watercolor you'd probably prefer not to, brown. The water was sampled and tested by several area agencies. As reported by KTVU-TV, on Monday, the San Francisco Bay Regional Water Quality Control Board said the tests showed signs of Heterosigma acashuio, a common type of summer algae. While this algae bloom is a fairly regular occurrence, many residents have said this year's bloom is larger than those in years past. This appears to be climate change related. A record dry January through March combined with summer weather has resulted in this unusually large bloom. While there appears to be no serious risk to humans if they come into contact with the bloom, avoiding it is still a good idea, as exposure may lead to irritation, rashes, and stinging eyes. The algae is considered harmful to pets, especially dogs, so best to keep your canine companion on dry land for the time being. You may have already seen warning signs posted along various shorelines on the island. The true harm of the bloom is that it's toxic to fish. Experts warn against eating any fish taken from algae-infested waters. If you think you've seen fewer fish-eating seabirds around, you're not mistaken. For more on the story, visit AlamedaPost.com/external. Post readers are quite familiar with the story of the former U.S. Maritime Service Officers Training School on McKay Avenue. Back in March, the Planning Board approved that property as a senior convalescent living facility, with the Alameda Historical Advisory Board approving of the existing building's demolition. In June, it was revealed that the building had been nominated for inclusion on the National Register of Historic Places. At first, it was thought that the application was submitted by the Alameda Architectural Preservation Society, but it was later claimed that the application was by Alameda resident Carmen Reed, who, although a member of AAPS, was acting on her own. After a fair amount of back and forth, including a report from the Planning Board and a letter from Mayor Ashcraft, the saga has finally come to an end. At the August 5th meeting of the Office of Historic Preservation, State Historic Preservation Officer Julianne Polanco stated that the site had lost integrity to the degree that the site did not qualify for inclusion on the National Register. Carmen Reed's application was therefore withdrawn by the SHPO. What does this all mean? It means that the senior convalescent living facility may proceed with the 100 units of housing counting toward Alameda's regional housing needs allocation. For full details, visit AlamedaPost.com/news. Our popular walking history tours return this weekend. This Saturday, August 13th, Dennis Evanosky begins a 3-week series on the architecture of the East End. The series gets rolling with a look at the 19th and 20th century styles, along with an examination of Christmas Tree Lane, why Lincoln Avenue bends, and just what's the story with those little houses. Later tours will explore Alameda's largest home, as well as the houses that make up the original town of Alameda. To sign up, visit AlamedaPost.com/tours. You'll save over 10% by signing up for the 3-tour package. For a preview of what Dennis has in store, visit AlamedaPost.com/history. How would you like a private tour with Dennis on the Alameda topic of your choice for you and 9 of your friends? You can have it by becoming one of the Post's Angels. Now's your chance to help us cover the news and events of Alameda by becoming a member. Whether it's touring with Dennis or a stylish golf shirt or a sticker to show your loyalty, there's thank you gifts for every level. For a look at all the benefits of membership, head to alamedapost.com/memberships or just click the red membership button at the top of the homepage. There's another change to our site that continues our mission to be your go-to source for news and information about Alameda. We've added an entire section devoted to the upcoming election, including candidates, ballot measures, and registration information. As an independent news source, we do not endorse candidates or measures, but we want to do all we can to make sure you can make an informed decision come Election Day this November. Visit alamedapost.com/election. Now a look at upcoming events of interest to the Alameda community. Busy weekend in store. Unless otherwise noted, details for these events can be found at alamedapost.com/events. Alameda's Elks Lodge 1015 is hosting a chili cook-off and classic car show on Saturday at their lodge, 2255 Santa Clara Avenue next to City Hall. Tickets are $20, include the chili tasting, hot dog, chips, and a drink. There will be prizes handed out for both the cars and the chili. Again, that's Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Elks Lodge on Santa Clara. At 1 p.m. on Saturday, head over to the USS Hornet as they celebrate 100 years of the aircraft carrier. Yes, it was back in 1922 that the Navy added carriers to the fleet. Special guest for the event will be Vice Admiral Daniel Dwyer, commander of the 2nd Fleet, Joint Forces Command Norfolk. Vice Admiral Dwyer is also a native Alamedan. There'll be presentations, tours, and discussions about the role of the carrier in the fleet. The event is free for active Navy and Marine personnel. Members of the public can take part by purchasing an admission ticket to the Hornet. The celebration will include a jet flyover by the U.S. Navy. Trivia: what was that first carrier? The answer is at the end of the podcast. Saturday afternoon, Rhythmix Cultural Works presents the opening reception for Drawn, Quartered, Repurposed. This exhibition presents the work of two longtime Bay Area artists, Tom White and Ginny Parsons. Thinking with their hands, White and Parsons create assemblages and collage using old and discarded objects, previous artwork, and elements of nature, exploring the intersection of turbulence and tranquility in their work. Rhythmix is located at 2513 Blanding Avenue. Sunday is your chance to clean a little house, maybe pick up a few items that are new to you, and help a good cause. The Kiwanis Club at 2033 Santa Clara presents their annual rummage sale. From 7 to 9 a.m. Sunday, you can donate items. The sale runs from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. and benefits the children of our community. Again, that's 2033 Santa Clara Avenue. On Monday, August 15th, from 6:30 to 8 p.m., the Alameda Museum will host the latest in their virtual speaker series. East Bay historian and podcaster Liam O'Donoghue will be featured in East Bay Yesterday, an exploration of East Bay history and amateur historical storytelling. The event is free of charge. To sign up for the virtual event, register online. The link can be found at alamedapost.com/events. Wednesday the 17th, take a break from cooking and help a good cause. East Ocean Seafood on Webster is stepping up as part of the Alameda Meals on Wheels Dine and Donate program. From 5 to 8 p.m., East Ocean will donate 15% of proceeds from both dine-in and takeout to Meals on Wheels. Details on the Alameda Meals on Wheels Facebook page. And now the perfect story to end on. Last week, in preparation for Monday's International Cat Day, you might have seen pictures of McFlurry and McNugget on AlamedaPost.com. These 3-month-old tabby kittens were at the Alameda Animal Shelter looking for a forever home. Turns out they went viral. Yes, McFlurry and McNugget attracted the attention of the Golden Arches. McDonald's featured the kitties on their Instagram feed. Not only were the two adopted to the same home, but McDonald's made a donation to the shelter to help more pets find a home, just like McFlurry and McNugget did. Full story at AlamedaPost.com. That's it for this episode of the Alameda Postcast. Visit our website, AlamedaPost.com/newsletter, to sign up for our weekly newsletter. It's free. We'll never sell or give your personal information to anyone. Thanks to you, we've reached a milestone: 1,000 subscribers to the newsletter who trust the Post to cover the island like no other source. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Find the Postcast wherever you get your podcasts, or simply tell your smart device to play the Alameda Postcast podcast. And now the answer to the trivia question: the first aircraft carrier in the fleet, the USS Langley, which may be the only ship in history where the executive officer's quarters used to be a pigeon house. It's quite the story. You can read it on Langley's Wikipedia page. Remember, school starts Monday. Be on the lookout for the kids. Be aware of increased traffic around the schools at pickup and drop-off times, especially with new folks getting used to a new routine. I'm Scott Piehler. I'll be back next Friday with episode 16 of the Alameda Postcast.